welcome to Spotted News. My name is Faith JELAGAT. Welcome our viewers in Nairobi and around the world. And in this program, we will discuss matters health, education, politics, economics, and arts and culture. But before we delve deeper, let's have the headlines. Now, Qatar will withdraw from the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. The Gulf nation's energy minister, Saad Sherid Al-Kabi, announced on Monday the decision to quit the bloc of 15 producing countries that account for the significant percent of the world's oil production. This was confirmed by the Qatar Petroleum, the country's state oil company. Now, moving on, two bodies of female tourists from Norway and Denmark found in an isolated area near Imel have been confirmed by Denmark police as murder. The Danish intelligence service has confirmed that a video showing the murder of one of the women is authentic, and the video showed the murder of a woman screaming while a man was cutting her neck. Now, prosecutors in Rabat said a man arrested over the killing of the two tourists in the Atlanta mountains belonged to an armed group without giving the name of the organization. Now, police are hunting for two more suspects. And moving on, research on schools in the United States now shows that the impact of academic chains on the attainment of pupils from low-income families has found that 2/3 of the chains are performing below average for the disadvantaged children. The Sutton research report finds that many of them are struggling to significantly improve attainment among their poorest children. This research was highlighted this week by The Guardian, and the Department for Education spokesman said that the growing number of successful multi-academy trusts were helping to drive the standards of education in the system. The research on academic chains and the impact it has on children just shows how important having an education system that favors all parties is important. We all know how education is important in impacting knowledge on our youth and children. And on today's episode, we are talking about Kenya's education system. Now, we all know Kenya is currently running on the 844 system that was implemented by President Daniel Arap Moi more than 20 years ago. And the system is proven to be cumbersome, with it being more book-based rather than incorporating all aspects of education. Now, the government is planning to incorporate the 2663 system. Now, today we are talking about this new system, and we are discussing, is the government ready to implement this new system of education? We all know that it was supposed to be implemented in 2013, and now it has been moved to 2020. What do we need to be prepared to equip ourselves with this new system of education? Of course, you can reach me on my social media platforms at ByJela on Twitter and Faith JELAGAT on Facebook. Now, let's keep the conversation going. I want to read some of your social media comments, and also I can see that DJ Kislev is saying, "We are not ready for change. The government needs to be more prepared beforehand." Of course, let's keep the conversation going. Today we are discussing matters Kenya's education system and how prepared we are. Now, to discuss more matters on Kenya's education system and our preparedness on the 2663 system, we are joined by our correspondent, Faith Odwori, who has prepared this feature for you. Take a look.
Kenya's education system has over the years shifted, but one thing that has been consistent is that they have all been adopted from the British. One of the most famous systems of education was established in 1997. The 7423 system had Certificate of Primary Education CPE, Kenya Certificate of Education KCE, and the Kenya Advanced Certificate of Education KACE. This system lasted till the dawn when the President Daniel Toroitich introduced the 844 system that has been the norm for over 20 years now. This system of education is more learner-based and insists on the importance of examinations and being book-smart. Many Kenyans, however, have over the years put blame on this system for being biased on books. National examinations have become more of a competition than a means to acquire knowledge. Vocational centers were then introduced to facilitate those who do not pass the national examinations, but there is a constant criticism with claims that the caliber of people there are dumb.
The current system of Kenya in education, it's not that really bad. Otherwise, it has some hitches here and there, kama za extracurricular activities. Kuna story ya talanta hazisaidiangi kabisa, like ni kama tu inakuanga a form of competition na feeling hivyo, especially when recording marks za watoto. And then hiyo kitu ya kugrade ati number 1 is this, number 2 is this, number last ni wewe. Hiyo pia inaangusha msee. Na unacheki number last labda akona labda stronghold yake ni talanta ama vitu kama sport.
To stop this theory, the government introduced a new system that was proposed as the 2663 system of learning. The proposals provide for specialization at senior secondary education level in the new structure. A child will take 2 years in preschool, 6 years in primary education, 3 in junior secondary education, 3 in senior secondary education, and 3 at the university level.
I know very little about the system. The much I know from the system actually is from my parents, because my folks are old, so the walifanya system ya class 7, ufanya hadi form 4, then unafanya A levels and etc. But I'm not sure if it's the exact system that is going to be reintroduced back. The much I know is that it's a more diverse curriculum. At least it include sports and vituka hizo.
The new system should focus on child development, skills and competencies to be learned, and ultimate outcome at each level, from early childhood care and development to university level. Even with this, the government seems to be unprepared because this move was proposed in 2013 and they now want to move it to 2023. Education should encourage holistic learning and government preparedness is very key. Reporting for Sport on News, my name is Faith Kaulu.
Now we are joined live by our correspondent Faith Oduwori. Now Faith, if you can hear me, are Kenyans prepared for this new system of education from your analysis?
Well, Faith, I can get you very well. Now, from my interaction with parents on the ground right here in Machakos County, it is very evident that the new education system got most parents unaware. Now, it is clear that most parents are not familiar with the new education system, as they still don't know what textbooks to buy, what entails in the new curriculum, and so many other things. Most parents actually prefer the old system, which is the 844, and they would wish for it to continue. Back to you in studio.
Okay, thank you very much, Faith Odori, for that very comprehensive report. Now let me move on to your social media comments and what you are saying. And I can see at Wanjeri44 is saying, I think the 2663 system is great, but we are not even prepared for it. Sad. Of course, let's keep the comments coming. We will be discussing more on how prepared the government is in regards to the 2663 system. Let's keep the conversation going. And now, to help us continue with this discussion on matters Kenya's education system, we are joined by 3 guests. We have Philip Katumo, who is a graduate and has gone through the 844 system. We also have Mrs. Mutui, who is a high school teacher. And we are also joined by Madam Maureen, who is in teacher's practice. Now, welcome to the show. Now, let me begin with you, Philip Katumo, in regards to Kenya's education system. What do you think is wrong with the current system that we have now, that is the 844 system?
In my opinion, with the 844 system that is currently happening, I can say we have a great loophole in that students are not being taught on life skills, things that can help them towards building their future, probably financially, but it's all about cramming for the exam so that you can pass the exam. So we need a curriculum, just to say it like the 2663, the one that was just introduced, so that students are taught life skills and skills that can help them financially, even if they don't get job opportunities.
Okay, now let's talk about the 2663 system that they're planning to introduce. Do you think that the system bringing in diversification will bring a change to the way we do things here in Kenya?
I think it will help in that when you look at the curriculum, you'll find that there are more of skilled individuals who will be produced at the end of the day, because we have courses like building, you are taught about carpentry, you are taught about sewing. So you find that even if you finish school and you fail to get a job opportunity, you can do something for yourself. Unlike the current system that we have, whereby students are only taught about this is what will come in the exam. So I think with the current diversification of the new system, it will help a lot in the future.
Now, and finally, Mr. Philip Katumo. Now, I want to ask you, do you think that the government is ready, and will the government transition smoothly to the new system of education, that is the 2.663 system?
I think there will be a lot of challenges because remember, this is a conversation that happened many years ago. People were saying we need to transition to a different curriculum. Until we got the one and only Dr. Matiang'i, and you know he's a no-nonsense individual. And I think that is the moment when we got to transition from the 844 to 2663, though it has just been introduced. So I think when such individuals are out of the market, the government will face a lot of challenges, yes. And remember, the curriculum has just been introduced, and we have challenges in that the teachers are not well trained. They are still used to the 844 system. So they need to be retrained on how they will handle the students. So the government will face challenges, yes, but with time we will get there.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, I am also joined by Mrs. Mutui. Now, Mrs. Mutui, let us discuss some matters 2663. And I want to ask you, what will be different about this new system of education that the country is planning to introduce?
Okay, thank you very much. The 26333 education system is going to be different from 844 because of it's based on competence, not like 844 whereby it is based on rote learning, that is ROTE, whereby students are more on exams. And also in 844 they are graded on one cycle exam, that is after 4 years. But in 26333 it's going to be continuous assessment, not just one-off exam. And then also it's also going to be based on skills and talents for the learner. That's what I can say about it.
Okay, so let me take you back a little to the 844 system. As a teacher, what do you think is wrong with that curriculum of education that we've had for over 20 years now?
Because of the drill on exams, that if you fail, you're failed in life. That's not actually the case, because learners are gifted differently. So if we can do away with the exam-oriented system, I think that's better for our children in the future, so that they start having skills, talents in early stages, instead of just relying on exams for their life.
And now, and finally, what is your take on the push by the government to push the system to 2020? Do you think that this is a wise move, and is it that the government is not well prepared for this system? To push it further.
Well, I think it is, if the preparedness is not there, because for a system to take off, a new system to take off, like in education, all stakeholders should be prepared, because this is life of children, prepared in finances, in resources, and all stakeholders should come on board to get ready for the system. Otherwise, if there is no preparation, then it is bound to fail. Yes.
Now, let me move to you, Madam Maureen. Now, what do you think is going to be different about the 2663 system of education?
So the new system that the government, the Ministry of Education is bringing to our nation, I believe it's a good system, because it will bring together mostly the children who are autistic, that have been mostly left out with the 844 system, because it mostly concentrates on the development of the student in terms of the cognitive nature.
But you see now, this other system, the 3, will also bring together the artistics and the cognitive skills of a student.
Okay, thank you very much. That has been Maureen, and we were also joined by Madam Mutui and also Philip Katimo. Thank you very much for chipping into this conversation. Okay, now let's move to what you are saying on social media in regards to that conversation that we just had. And I can see some comments already streaming in, and that Avra Moweru is saying, the new system looks very promising. If the government takes its time, the education future in Kenya is safe. Now, thank you very much. We also believe so. If the education system is changed, we also have a very safe future. Let's keep the conversation going. Now, this is my take. The government as well as Kenyans are fully aware that the 844 system is a bit draining for both the students and the parents. This is because the education system is more book-based rather than implementing all aspects of education, because as we all know, education is not just a matter of being book smart, but also being equipped with the skills. Now, the 2663 system sounds very promising. However, if the government is not well prepared and does not inform the masses on what needs to be done, then we will go nowhere, and 2020 is just around the corner. And if we get there without preparedness, then we will push it even further. Now, what the government needs to do is be more prepared and take the accurate steps and be able to implement this system of education. Of course, let's keep the conversation going on the social media platforms. You can reach me on my Twitter handle at @barjela and also on Facebook at @faithjelagat. What is your take on the current system of education in Kenya, and also what is your take on the 2663 system? Now, this has been Spot On News with me, Faith Jelagat. Until we meet next time, stay blessed.